So, fam, it's Troy. I'm recording myself as I do some research and do some notes and some things regarding my research on my family, Elkins, Bellamy, Gadsden's, all that. You know, I search everything. When I was looking through the 1920 census, I knew there were some extra names, and I knew Aunt Vivian was not necessarily familiar with. And Aunt Vivian is my 96-year-old great aunt, my grandmother's sister that's still alive in Mobile, Alabama here on June 15, 2022. And typically when we talk to her, all she knows is her older siblings, the ones that she was raised with. Isabel, Hazel, May Henry, Virgil, Eloise, and Uncle Jay. So those were the seven. So she's the last of the seven, and she's the last one alive at 95, 96 years old. But I was going through the census, and the census report shows my great-grandfather had a couple brothers and a couple sisters. One of his brothers, Albert, was married to a woman named Sarah. At first, it listed her in the census as a sister, but they were married. Sarah, her maiden name was Elmore, and her people were from Florida. My Uncle Albert, my great-grandfather's father, John Elkins, and his mother, Mary Henderson, were both born in South Carolina. I think that's where my father and mother family sort of kind of cross over, because my dad's family is from South Carolina. But anyway, that's a whole nother set of cross matches and other things like that. But as I was doing the research, I was trying to see, who great granddaddy's brothers and stuff were. He had a brother named Albert, he had a brother named Moses, he had a sister named Dora, and I believe that was it. But as I'm going through, yeah, and of course, okay. So the siblings were Albert, Moses, with Joe Henry, which was my great grandfather, and Dora. And then Sarah and Albert were married. He was 22 and she was 19 on the 1920 census. And they were married. This is an interesting thing. I always thought that Sarah was like an older sister to Daddy and them, but she was actually his sister-in-law. And again, her maiden name was Elmore. So this is some of the things that I've uncovered and unearthed. Now, the other interesting part of the census is that my Uncle Albert, my great-grandfather's brother Albert, is listed as a mulatto, and Sarah is listed as a mulatto. My great-grandfather, who was very bright-skinned with freckles and red hair, was listed as black, as were Dora and were Moses. But Albert and his wife Sarah were both listed as mulatto according to the census. So these are interesting, and I think at some point Daddy had in probably an earlier census he had been listed as mulatto as well. There is some European on my mother's side of the family. That's my great grandfather Joe Henry is her grandfather, so that's my maternal grandparents' side. But anyway, I just thought I'd point that out, and I like to save these little videos for posterity as I go through and do some research. I don't try and piece them together and edit them just for effect as I continue to do my research. God bless everyone. Take care.